Welcome back to Minnesota Mobile Detailing. Here at the shop, we have a 2021 Silverado that's coming in for all the bells and whistles. So we're gonna give Kenzo 5-year ceramic coating. We're doing a window coating on all the windows that lasts for a year. We're also doing a leather interior coating that lasts for a year and a trim restoration. So first things first, after we already prepped the car, did a paint correction, put a gloss on it as well, everything is good to go. Follow me. Now, we got the guys over here already starting the trim restoration. And what the trim restoration does is it's gonna repel dirt and water, and it's gonna restore the natural black and shine of any plastic or vinyl on a vehicle. So right now, they're getting all the nooks and crevices, making sure that they apply it evenly, using a clean towel to then dry the area. And especially on any type of truck, the running boards definitely get really dirty and have grime on them. So we're making sure that we're taking care of these areas respectfully. So again, with the trim, through all of our IGL coatings, again, this will last for a year. It is one of our highest priorities when anytime we're dealing with trucks or any vehicles that have that plastic trim on the outside. So we're gonna make sure to take care of all the different areas on the vehicle. What's gonna be huge also is going to be the mud flap areas. These take a lot of damage throughout the year, and we want to make sure that we take care of the inside of this plastic and the outside, especially in Minnesota and the Midwest when we deal with salt and all the different areas. So this is going to protect these areas to make sure that it gives the natural shine. And then if you want to come over here, on the inside, we've already done a detail, and the inside is looking really good, but then we're going to do a leather protection. So here we have our leather coating from IGL, and how this is going to work is if you have, in this vehicle, I know it's a little bit darker on this area here, but this is one of the biggest areas that wears down the fastest. So we're going to make sure to protect, obviously, all of the leather that you see. This is a complete interior leather coating package that they're getting for only $250. Now with this, again, it's going to protect the vehicle from dye transfer and gene transfer. So as a man or woman that's getting into the vehicle and they rub their jeans or they rub whatever color they have on for their products on their leather, there's a high chance that over time that it's going to dye the seat. Now again, I know this is a darker color, but when you have lighter cream interiors or you're just trying to protect, that's huge. Also, it's going to make sure to give it its natural luster, clean everything up there. On top of that, if anything is spilled, any type of oils, it's not gonna seep down inside that leather. It's gonna protect the leather at all costs, last up to a year. And anywhere that you see inside this brand new Silverado, we are going to leather coat. So that goes from the door panels to a little bit of the trim on the dashboards to the center console. We're gonna make sure we coat all these areas, and we also are gonna coat inside the middle of the steering wheel here and make sure that we protect this vehicle. This customer does love to go hunting, so we wanna make sure that we protect his vehicle at all costs. The best thing when it comes to detailing vehicles and making sure everything is good is preventative care. Our job is to prevent the rust, prevent the dirt and the grime and everything else hurting and harming your vehicle. It's easier for us to clean and maintain. So as Kong and Alan continue to do the trim, which I got in their way to do, they're still working away at that. Now for the window coating, as you're watching them apply this trim still, the window coating we're gonna put on all of the windows, the review mirrors as well. And this is gonna last for a year on the vehicle. But as I pause for a minute, as we watch them continue to put on the trim, you're gonna see how you can see the natural black color change, followed up by using a towel to clean up around the area. So the biggest thing with this and why this is important to do patiently and have some good experience is that it needs to be evenly coated. If it was to dry unevenly, you will notice that. So the guys are working extremely hard to make sure that they apply it evenly and in all the nooks and crevices and make sure everything else is good. But if you look over here, it looks really, really good here. Okay, so an area that they're gonna hit one more time, and it makes sense, is that if you get even closer, you're gonna see a little of these areas that are fading potentially inside there. So they're gonna hit this area one more time, but this can be used with 2 different coatings, and they're doing their best to get inside all the cracks there. So again, this repels dirt and water, and it'll last for a year. Now, again, like I was saying, window coating, we're gonna put this on as well. Everyone's heard of Rain-X. Rain-X is great, but you gotta reapply that quite often, especially when you wash your car, you put different types of materials or chemicals on your vehicle from the washing process or from just the natural element. This window coating is gonna be Rain-X times 20. It's gonna last longer. It's gonna beat up right away on your windshield. It's gonna make sure that when you do leave from getting a car wash, from a touchless car wash or from a hand wash, that on your side rearview mirrors, you're all set to go. You're not gonna have those water spots. No water spots on all of your entire windows. Wherever this is applied, this will last for a year, and it's a great product to have. When it does rain, I truly enjoy that it does rain and I don't have to use my windshield wipers because it just beads up and rolls right off. So when you hit around 30 miles per hour or a little bit faster, it'll beat up and then hit right off. So again, this area is looking really good. Kong now is focusing on the side mirror, and he just wants to make sure he puts on an even layer coating to protect, repel, and restore the black. So you just get inside all those different nooks and crevices. And then also what's so great is that if it does hit the chrome or does hit the paint, it's not gonna damage the paint. It's actually gonna be just fine. We're gonna wipe it away right away. And so when that happens, it is still gonna be okay. Because again, we are gonna apply a Kenzo coating. So this right here is the box for our IGL top of the line Kenzo. So being a Kenzo installer, top of the line again with IGL, when we open this up, if I can do so, 1 second here. Great, so comes in a nice little fancy little package. Have everything we need with the 2 different coatings. So when we do apply this coating, it's gonna take 2 different types. So we got a base and we got a topper. These both are going to be applied by hand with one of our pads that we put onto the block. And I'm going to show you here once I grab it. So one of these pads here is going to go onto a block, and then we're going to use the base coat first, and we're going to apply this by hand throughout the entire vehicle. So as we apply it, crosshatch it, we're going to let it sit for up to 2 hours minimum, up to 24 hours, and then we are going to reapply and use our topper. And again, this is the slickest, the highest HP, the best on the market out there. This is definitely going to protect your vehicle, and the water, dirt, everything is going to repel against the UV rays, protection, give it the highest shine. If you think that your vehicle looks great with just a paint correction and a ceramic, or paint correction and a polish, this is going to take it to another level with that ceramic coating. So for the Kenzo, comes with some great bells and whistles. We make sure to also make sure that we give information on what it takes to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape. And again, we're doing the whole bells and whistles on this 2021 Silverado. And again, we're gonna continue to apply the trim restoration. And then afterwards, we're gonna apply the window coating, followed up by the ceramic coating. So we're gonna get all 3 of these things on here, and they'll be applied today. And we should have this back to the customer within the next 24 to 48 hours. Thank you for watching. So right now, we got Kong and Jamie here putting on 2 different protections at the same time. Jamie's up top putting on the window coating that we discussed earlier, making sure it's evenly with a crosshatch, put it on there. While Kong is down here applying the 5-year ceramic coating, Kenzo with the graphene infused technology. So this is the top of the line, best of the best. So he's making sure to evenly apply that while using a towel after we level it out. So he's putting on the base. There's a base coat and a top coat. So again, with the Kenzo, 2 different coatings. You have to wait at least 2 hours in between, unless you got the special red ray lighting that will fasten up the process. But again, you can watch Jamie all the way up top, making sure that he's evenly applying the coating. So again, regardless if you're in the Midwest or if you're in the West Coast or East Coast, regardless of where you are, it's gonna rain, potentially snow, there's gonna be other things that happen. So this is gonna make sure that all that water and dirt is repelled from the windows, while Kong again is applying the Kenzo that's gonna repel it from the paint exterior. But again, on the windows, one of my favorite things to watch when I'm driving safely is to look at the beads of the water or the snow or whatever it may be, have definitely beat up on the car. It won't be able to flatten out and level out on the car. And so again, we're gonna heavily coat the windows And we understand that the front window is going to take most of the damage, along with the rear window as well. So we're going to make sure we give that a little bit of extra TLC, and we'll be done with this vehicle shortly. So we already restored all the trim everywhere else on the vehicle. One of the biggest things that this customer wanted to protect is the trunk bed cover. So this is the rubber vinyl plastic element that is protected. So again, we use our black, our pad with our trim from IGL. Apply it along the pad. And then we're going to evenly apply the product throughout the whole area. So if you get a little bit of a close-up, you can see the difference between having it on and having it off. And again, this is going to repel dirt, water, restore that black shine, so it's going to keep it in the top pristine shape. And we're going to apply this again all over the plastic trim everywhere. So this is the last area that we're going to go on. And then after we do apply it, we take our clean rag and just lightly massage it in so it gives an even coating. So I make sure to get around all the edges and give it an even coating. So stay tuned, but this is exactly what you can have on your truck bed. It's the same thing that you can have on any of your high-end vehicles. So from the BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, to the Range Rovers, to the Silverados and the Fords, same deal. If you have a truck bed, if you have anything that has plastic on the outside of your vehicle, you want to protect it. You want to make sure the water doesn't do any damage, and it gives it a high black shine. All right, so the Silverado is complete. Again, like we talked about, we got a Kenzo 5-year ceramic coating that we added to this. We did a window coating, leather protection, and we protected and restored all of the trim and plastic on this brand new Silverado. And then the final touches, one of my favorites, is we did an entire, normal you'll see like an armor roll or a glaze or whatever along the entire tire. But with the Duracoating here, this is gonna last for an entire year. So it's gonna stay wet, looking just like this, clean, mint, waterproofed, dirt-proof. All of that's gonna fall right off. So these bad boys are gonna look just like this for an entire year. So that's a great addition to what we added. This vehicle, again, is all the way protected. And for the part that you guys always love is the water test. So we got water here, got my towel just to wipe up a little bit. And if you want to come closer, test on the top. And it's falling right off. Let's test it again. Right off. Beautiful. Follow me down here. Test one more spot on the side. Falling right off. Okay, so again, thank you so much for watching. This vehicle is going right back to the customer right now, pick up and drop off. So they couldn't be any more happier. We can't wait to see the reaction when they see it in person. I'm gonna do the water test for them. So thank you, watch again.